earlier today defeated Denver Science and Tech Stapleton by a score of 6-2. Let's get to the Beet Digger starting lineup, which is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan, proud to be Northeast Colorado's locally owned hometown savings and loan, with locations in Fort Morgan, Sterling, and Brush, available 24/7 for your banking needs. Equitable Savings and Loan. Batting first is the left fielder Matt Coe. B.J. Hirschfeld, the shortstop, hits second. Baby Montos Garcia, the catcher, bats third. Batting cleanup is the first baseman Aaron Williams. Ryan Ferguson, right, hits fifth. Jaron Peterson, the pitcher, hits sixth. Trent Mount, the third baseman, bats seventh. Batting eighth is the second baseman Caleb Cox, and Justin Griffith, the center fielder, bats ninth. Defensively for Ken Denver, Matt Wells is at first. The second baseman is Ben Melvin. Rob Casey's at short. The third baseman is Jeffrey Bremer. Around the outfield and left is David Feldman. The center fielder is Will McKissick. And right, it's Alex Yoshida. Behind the plate is Parker Evans and Noah Van Sickle. The right-hander is on the mound. Hard-throwing right-hander here for Ken Denver. Sun Devils dressed in their home whites. They were in this spot 1 year ago, and they lost by an 8-4 score to University. University was one of 5 Patriot League teams to make it to the 8-team double elimination state tournament. Here's Matt Coe on the opener. He had a base hit, was hit by a pitch. He scored a couple of runs. The Beet Diggers have been accustomed to being in this position. They've been in the district title game 5 of the last 6 years. The left-hander stands in against Van Sickle. The pitch swung on line towards left field for a base hit on a fastball thrown by Van Sickle. Coe delivers to the opening pitch. Brought to you by Buildings by Design, the experience to complete your project from start to finish. Get the quality you deserve in your building by starting your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design. That'll bring up B.J. Hirschfeld, who was certainly instrumental in the opening game, with 3 hits and 3 RBIs. The stretch and the offering. Fastball is down the middle for a strike. Belt high, it's 0-1. The Bay Diggers scored 3 runs in the first inning against Buena Vista after trailing 3-0. Tossed back to first, back in diving is Matt Coe. The stretch by Van Sickle. The pitch swung on and chopped over the mound. The second baseman to second for 1. Back to first. It's a 4-6-3 double play. Melvin to Casey to Wells. And B.J. Hirschfeld is doubled up. There's 2 down. Two down for Baby Montos Garcia. They call that a pitcher's best friend, the double play, and that time it was tailor-made for Ben Melvin. Here's the wine and the offering. Fastball is up and away. Last time these teams met in the postseason was in football in 2014. Swung on and fisted in the air down the right field line. The second baseman Melvin is out and makes the catch. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And a man was not stranded because it was turned into a double play. Let's head to the bottom of the first. The Beet Diggers do not score. And Ken Denver is coming to bat in this 3A district title game on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Beet Diggers did not score in the top of the first inning. Here's the starting lineup for Ken Denver as we head to the bottom of the first. Will McKissick, the center fielder, hits first. The shortstop, Rob Casey, bats second. Batting third is the pitcher, Noah Van Sickle. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman, Matt Wells. Catcher Parker Evans hits fifth. The left fielder, David Feldman, hits sixth. Batting seventh is the third baseman, Jeffrey Bremer. Charlie Desjardins, the DH, hits eighth. And Alex Yoshida, the right fielder, will bat ninth. The Beet Diggers defensively have Aaron Williams at first. Caleb Cox at second. Trent Mount is the third baseman. In between him at short is B.J. Hirschfeld. Matt Coe is in left. The center fielder is Justin Griffith. And right is Ryan Fergus. Arnoldo Matos Garcia is behind the plate. And on the mound is Jaron Peterson. ERA of over 4 this year, but he's pitched pretty well. Threw a one-hitter over 6 innings against Platte Valley. Was looking solid against Eaton. Only a junior. He'll have to contend with this lineup from Ken Denver. And like many of these power pitchers, first inning is certainly a key. And here's Willis McKissick. Right-handed hitter for Ken Denver. A strong right-handed hitter as well. Good football player. All right, so Peterson about to deliver his first pitch in a postseason game, the district title game, which the Bee Diggers have won 3 of the last 4 years. Wind and pitch. Fastball rides up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Peterson just trying to make sure he's settled on the hill. And the 1-0. And that is a strike on the inner half bell tie. The count is level at 1-1. If that fastball can work extremely well, then he can certainly operate with a breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. And the bender's down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Bee Diggers had 1 hit in the opening inning, that is, but B.J. Hirschfeld then grounded into a 4-6-3 double play. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now the sun is finally out. Long time in coming. The pitch. Bounces it in there, and that's the one concern for the Bee Diggers. Is the walks and the defense. Yeah, you look at the ERA for Brush pitching coming into today, 2.94. But, man, they walk a lot of hitters. 3 balls and 1 strike to Will McKissick. Peterson gets a sign. And the pitch. And that is off the glove of Matos Garcia, but it's a strike on the inside corner. It is 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bee Digger catchers this year have had issues at times receiving the baseball. Garcilaso's probably been the best of those receiving it, but he's not in the lineup today. Here's the wind into 3-2. And the curveball's in the dirt. Risky pitch to go on a 3-2. And that's the way the bottom of the first inning starts. Here's Rob Casey. Tall right-handed hitting shortstop. And this kid's got to stand about 6'4". And McKissick's got plenty of speed. Got a 3-step advantage over there, the stretch. And Peterson delivers. That's a strike on the outer half. Bell tie, it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Peterson again looks in. And the pitch, runner going, swung on. That ball is fisted foul and out of play. Count is at 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. 1 on, nobody out. Bottom of the first inning. No score from Judd's Field. Peterson to Wells. Here it is. And the breaking ball is up and away. Pretty good pitch, but just missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This looks like it could be a pitcher's duel. That's why Peterson's got to be on his game. Wells awaits. And the offering swung on and popped up into shallow right field. Ryan Fergus to his left. will make the one-handed catch, and there's one down. So Wells is retired, and that'll send up the number 3 hitter, Noah Van Sickle, the opposing pitcher. All the Bee Diggers want to do, like any underdog or slight underdog, is just stay close. Peterson stretches. Throw back to first, and he had him leaning, but McKissick back in diving. Yeah, definitely had him leaning.
Get the out, Diggers, get the outs. Here we go.
Peterson working very deliberately here in the bottom of the first inning. The offering squaring to bunt, and it goes to the screen. Man, that thing was not even close. It'll be a straight-up stolen base with McKissick running anyway.
Come on, Jared, settle down, kid, settle down.
Yeah, he released that one very quickly, and there was no chance of Matos Garcia even catching it. 1 ball and no strikes. Van Sickle off of second, or check that. Van Sickle at the plate. The pitch. Swung on, line into left field for a base hit by Van Sickle. McKissick's going to be held up at third as the ball is thrown back into Trenton Mount at third, and all of a sudden, Ken Denver's got something going here in the bottom of the first inning. Here is Matt Wells. Another tall hitter like Rob Casey was. The stretch, let's see if the man takes off from first and Van Sickle. He does not. And the bender goes, nope, it's backhanded, 1 ball, no strikes. And I thought that thing was going to skip by Matos Garcia. The Bee Diggers have got to minimize the damage here in the bottom of the first inning. The stretch. And the offering. And that curveball is there for a strike down the middle, thigh high. It's 1-1. McKissick at third, Van Sickle at first. A walk and a base hit. There's 1 down in the bottom of the first inning. The Bee Diggers did not score in their half of the first. Long pause, pitch to Wells. Swung on and driven into the right center field gap. That one's going to roll for a while. And that one is going to be rolling over the fence. It's a home run. I can't believe it carried that far. I cannot believe that ball went all the way over the right center field fence. A 3-run homer for Matt Wells, and Ken Denver leads 3-0 in the bottom of the first inning. I cannot believe that had that much distance. Now here's Parker Evans. It was an elevated fastball, and Wells got all of it. Well, the Bee Diggers were down 3-0 to Buena Vista in the first game. Here's the wind and pitch. Swung on and popped foul down the left side and out of play. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Parker Evans. There's the wind and pitch. Fastball, a strike on the inside corner at the knees. And that gets it to 0-2. There's the wind and pitch. Breaking ball is lifted into left center field. Justin Griffith to his right has a beat on it and makes the catch for the out. And there's 2 down. 2 down for David Fellman. Heading for the right side. Two down and the base is empty. Wind and offering. Swung on and grounded to third. Mount cannot play it on the short hop as he charged towards the baseball. It's into left field. We'll just call that a base hit. It would have been a tough play on the short hop. And that'll send up Jeffrey Bremer Nope, actually, we're going to reverse that and score that an error. The stretch. And the offering squaring the bunt. The pitch is high. Baby's throw to second is right there. The tag. And he got him. Tag was applied by Caleb Cox. And the out is recorded to end the inning. But a 3-run homer from Matt Wells gives Ken Denver a 3-0 lead after 1 inning on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Ken Denver leads Brush in his 3A district title game 3-0 on Matt Wells' 3-run homer. It'll be Aaron Williams to lead off against right-hander Noah Van Sickle from Ken Denver High School in Englewood here in the top of the second. Williams was on 3 times in the first game. Had a big RBI double in the first inning in the 13-5 victory over Buena Vista. And he takes a breaking ball for a strike. Wow. That thing looked down and away. It was called a strike at the knees. It'll be Williams, Ferguson, Peterson for Brush. Wine and offering. Fastball is down and away. Count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike. The winner will advance to the double elimination state tournament. The pitch. Fastball is on the outside corner. Strike 2. Williams thought it was off the plate. That's 3 pitches he thought might have been 3-0, but now he's going to have to protect. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the offering. Breaking ball swung on and fouled off to the right. Good half swing by Williams, who read it beautifully. And knew he had to just take a stab at that to stay alive in the at-bat. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the wine and pitch. Swung on and grounded slowly to short. Should be a routine play. The throw to first for the out. It's made by Rob Casey. There's 1 down. Here's Ryan Fergus, who had a base hit against Buena Vista. Yeah, falling behind a 9-10 Buena Vista team is one thing. This Ken Denver team has the same record as Brush at 12-7. Swung on and fouled off to the right, and Van Sickle's been their best pitcher all year. No balls and 1 strike to Fergus. And the offering. And the bender goes to the screen and bounces away. Ball 1, strike 1. 3-0 Ken Denver. We're in the top half of the second inning from Englewood. Wine and offering. Fastball is up and in. 2 balls and 1 strike. And Sickle gets the sign. And Fergus calls time. When you're shopping for new appliances, shop the best appliance store in Fort Morgan, B&B Appliance, with a full and complete line of Whirlpool appliances. They'll help you find your perfect fit. B&B Appliance in downtown Fort Morgan. And the pitch is outside on a fastball. 3 balls and 1 strike to Ryan Fergus. Evans lays down the sign. The pitch. Swinging a foul to the screen and a fastball up in the zone. And it's 3-2. Husky Oil Company in Crook delivers fuel and propane for your farm and home. 886-2121, Husky Oil Company. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the second. The offering. Breaking ball, waved at it and missed the ball in the dirt to throw to first to officially retire the hitter as Fergus strikes out. Yeah, he was fooled on that one. 2 down for Jaron Peterson. And they're not working Van Sickle as much as they would like to. Only 16 pitches. He's recorded 5 outs. Curveball is right down the middle for a strike. Thigh high. It's 0-1. Peterson digs back in. And the offering. Fastball is up and away. Count levels at 1-1 strike. And the one thing here you got to be aware of is if for some reason you're not hitting on a consistent basis, does he want another baseball? I don't know. They're going to throw that one back in. Waiting for the right baseball. Here's Van Sickle. And there's 2 out and the base is empty as he steps off the rubber. Wind and pitch upstairs with a fastball. 2-1 strike. And the offering. Swing and a miss. Man, he swung at a fastball above the letters. 2-2 to Peterson. And not happy with that approach. Now he takes some time stepping out of the box. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got blown away by a fastball. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Noah Van Sickle. Let's head to the bottom of the second. It is Kent Denver 3, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Matt Wells' 3-run homer in the first inning is the difference right now as we head to the bottom of the second. Kent Denver leads Brush 3-0. And this is a critical inning now for Jaron Peterson just to establish some confidence. Jeffrey Bremer now steps in. He was at the plate when David Feldman was caught stealing to end the bottom of the first inning. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Ehrlich Toyota East in Fort Morgan will fit you into the car truck of your choice, serving all of Northeast Colorado. Ehrlich Toyota East. There's Peterson to Bremer. Righty against righty, and the pitch. Bounces it in there. Yeah, we'll find out how much the first inning home run affected him. The wind in the 1-0. That's slow as well. He walked the opening hitter at the bottom of the first. It came back to hurt him as McKissick scored on that 3-run homer. 2 balls and no strikes. And the pitch. Swung on and fisted on the ground down the third baseline. Peterson picks it up, throws to first, high and wild, up against the side of the fence, backed up beautifully by Fergus. It'll be a base hit. That's a great job by Ryan Fergus over there because that ball was hit so soft there was no way that Peterson was going to throw him out. Probably should have just hung on to the ball. And it'll bring up Charlie Desjardins. Desjardins awaits. Big lead at first over there. Long pause, the pitch squaring a bunt, and he pops it foul up against the screen. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Desjardins. The stretch by Peterson. And the offering, squaring to bunt. It's up and away. Count evens at 1-1 strike. I'm all wrapped up here. It started getting a little bit colder. I had to go to the bullpen, so to speak. And the offering, and that's a bender in the dirt, bounces away from Baby. He doesn't see it. That allows the runner to advance without the benefit of a bunt. Well, now Kent Denver's threatening again on the wild pitch. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. They're already up 3-0 in the second. Yeah, you don't want the season to end like this if the Bee Diggers are just not competitive in this last game. This is an 8-9 game, so there's certainly a shot. The stretch. Peterson with a 2-1. Swung on and fouled off of Matos Garcia to the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is the number 8 hitter. So you got a shot here with the 8-9 hitters coming up and then the 1 hitter. Off of second is Bremer. That's a good 4 to 5 step lead. Peterson. 2-2. Swung on and grounded right side. The second baseman, Cox, charges, glove, slips the first for the out. But that advances the runner to third. And Jeffrey Bremer, and there's 1 down. So Ken Denver is doing the little things correctly in this game just to move up runners. Here's Alex Yoshida, the right fielder, hitting from the right side. And with a man at third and 1 down, Peterson will operate out of the stretch. And he'll come home. And the curveball is in the dirt, blocked beautifully by Matos Garcia. 1 ball and no strikes. This is an elimination game. The winner will play in Greeley next week. The loser is done for the season. And the offering, curveball, is outside. He's trying to get ahead with a curveball. Now he's going to have to give in with a fastball. 2-0 to Yoshida. Off of third is Bremer. And the pitch. Fastball, that's a strike. On the outer half at the knees, it's 2-1. Peterson has thrown against very solid competition this year, against Eaton, against University. And he looks in with a 2-1. Curveball is a strike. That one broke beautifully on the outer half belt high. It's 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 on and 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. Ken Denver leads Brush 3-0. And Jaron Peterson comes home. Swung on and grounded to second. Caleb Cox dives to his right, throws to first for the out. Excellent play, but a run to score. As crossing home plate is Bremer. And Ken Denver now leads 4-0. Caleb Cox made a great play to his right, even though the infield was playing in, but there was no way he could have thrown out Bremer at the plate. He made the right play. So the Sun Devils lead 4-0 with the bases empty. Here's McKissick, who walked and scored in the first. And the pitch and the breaking ball is a strike. Down the middle belt high, it's 0-1. Bead Diggers still have 5 more chances against Noah Van Sickle. But they got to figure him out. And the 0-1. And the curveball is a strike on the outside corner at the knees. Didn't like that pitch, but it's going both ways. It's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Will McKissick. The stretch with the bases empty. And the offering. Swung on. That ball is lifted into deep right center field. Fergus is way back, and he's golfed it out of here. A home run for Will McKissick on an 0-2 pitch. And Ken Denver now leads Brush 5-0. He did golf it out of here. That pitch was down in the zone, and he went the other way. And here's Rob Casey, who's 0 for 1. Man, how is this team only 12-7? I mean, they got some sticks in this lineup. That's the benefit of being on your home field, though. They've got a comfort level. Here's the stretch by Peterson. And the offering. Up and in with a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. Casey popped out in his first at bat. And PD delivers. Swung on. That has drifted down the right field line. That's going to be trouble. That's going to be for extra bases in the corner as the ball bounces into foul territory. Fergus gives chase. Around second is Casey headed for third. The relay from Cox. The slide, and he's in there. It's a 2-out triple for Rob Casey as he went the other way. And Ken Denver is playing extra bases against the Beat Diggers. 2 home runs and a triple. And that'll send up Noah Van Sickle. And they're not only looking to win this game, they're looking to win it in 5 innings. They are teeing off on Peterson, who in the game has allowed 6 hits. The stretch and the offering. Swung on and grounded to third. Takes a huge hop into left field. We're going to call that a base hit. That took a massive hop on Mount. Scoring is Casey, and Ken Denver leads 6-0. That took a massive hop. Yeah, that's going to be tough to field. Give him a straight-up hit. And that'll bring up Matt Wells. Wells' 3-run homer went over the right center field fence, and now there'll be a courtesy runner. It'll be Zach Holtz, and the Beat Diggers are going to have to hit as well as they did in the first game to overcome a 6-run deficit against the number 8 seed. Baby lays down the sign. Peterson stretches. And the pitch to Wells. And it's up and in. With a sidearm fastball, it's 1-0. Three runs in the first and 3 more here in the second for Ken Denver. Beat Diggers have been on the field for a while. And the curveball, did he wave at it? The answer is no. It's 2-0. It was down and away. Two balls and no strikes on Matt Wells. Stretch and the pitch. Threw that one to the screen. Very high, and to second on the wild pitch is Holtz. Three 3-0. Now they're going to walk Wells intentionally. Yep, they'll just walk him intentionally here for ball 4. That'll bring up Parker Evans, who popped out. First time up. Waiting for Evans to get up there. Yeah, it's been tough for the Beat Diggers in this game. That's to say the least. Grocery, meat, and fresh deli counters, Floral Pharmacy, Western Union, and Public Service payments and 24-hour gas. Brush Grocery Cart, your one-stop shop. 1302 West Edison Street in Brush. Hitting from the left side is Evans. Runners take their leads. Peterson delivers. And fastball's up and away, and all of a sudden can't find the zone. 24 strikes and now 20 balls for Peterson. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 on, 2 out. In the second, the pitch. Swung on and driven high and deep into center field. Griffith is way back, and that is gone. A 3-run homer for Parker Evans. The 3rd home run of the game for Ken Denver. And the Sun Devils have tallied 6 runs in the second and are leading Brush 9-0. That ball was destroyed. Oh, man, that ball was crushed. What a gorgeous left-handed swing by Evans. I don't know if the Beat Diggers are going to survive past the 5th inning. Here's David Fellman.
Hey, let's go, Jared. Just calm down.
Fellman singled his first time up. Here's the wind by Peterson, the pitch. And the bender's in the dirt. Yeah, Jaron's not sure what to throw this team. They're hitting everything. And that's already their 8th hit. Line in the 1-0. Curveball in the dirt again. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 to Fellman. And they're hitting him a long way, too, man. And the pitch. Swinging a foul on the fastball. It's 2-1. Again, that's why you ask the question, how could this team only be 12-7 with this type of talent? I mean, they played a tough schedule, but so did Brush. And they're making the Bee Diggers look like a 30th seed. Swung on and grounded foul down the third base side. Count is at 2-2. This will be the comeback of the year. The Bee Diggers can pull it off on the road. They could be down to their final 9 outs instead of 15 outs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The stretch. And Peterson to Feldman. Curveball is a called strike 3 on the outside corner, and that does it for Ken Denver finally in the second inning. 6 runs on 5 hits. They got a 3-run homer from Evans. No errors, and the bases were left empty. Let's head to the third in this Class 3 district title game from Ken Denver High School in Englewood. Ken Denver's in control. They lead Brush 9-0 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Ken Denver leads Brush 9-0 as we head to the third inning in this district title game from Englewood. Trent Mount will lead off for Brush. Bee Diggers got a leadoff hit in the game from Matt Coe. That's been it. Here's Mount from the right side. Line and pitch. Swung on and driven into right field to his left and making the running catch on a ball that was smacked over there by Trent Mount for the first out of the inning was Alex Yoshida. That ball was drilled, but Bee Diggers can't buy a break this game. Here's Caleb Cox. And a pitch. Swinging a miss and a fastball down and away. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Cox. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, a half swing and a fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-2. Van Sickles just throwing BBs right now. Line in the 0-2. Down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cox awaits the pitch. Breaking balls in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Evans lays down the sign. The pitch swung on and popped up into shallow left field. Here comes the center fielder, McKissick. Man, he closed ground beautifully, and he made the catch for the out. 2 down. Yeah, with the way Van Sickles throwing, I think they can smell a victory this early in the game. Even though the Bee Diggers have come back swinging here, but to no avail. Pitch to Griffith is a breaking ball for a strike on the inside corner at the knees. It's 0-1. Here's the wind, the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded right back to Van Sickle, and he'll toss to first for the out. And he has retired 8 in a row. As we head to the bottom of the third, it is Ken Denver 9 and the Bee Diggers nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Well, it was a rough outing for Jaron Peterson. Matt Coe is now the new pitcher. 9-0 Ken Denver. Peterson allowed 3 home runs. 2 of those were 3-run homers. One by Matt Wells, the other by Parker Evans. Willis McKissick also went deep. So Coe will take the mound as we head to the bottom of the third inning. And Brush's goal now is just to play this one out to get to the 7th inning. To get to the 6th inning first. If they play even ball from here on out, they'll go the distance in this game. But it's trying to figure out Noah Van Sickle, their ace pitcher, has been doing an excellent job. He allowed a leadoff hit to Coe and then retired 8 in a row thereafter. Oh, here we go to lead off the bottom of the third inning. Jeffrey Bremer, who singled his first time up, is in there against the right-hander Coe. Wind and pitch. Fastball is outside. One ball and no strikes. And the offering. This is that one in. It's 2-0. Coe's got a live arm. Just got to make sure he controls those pitches. And the 2-0. That's off the glove of Matos Garcia to the screen. 3 balls and no strikes. 7, 8, and 9 hitters for Ken Denver in the third. And the pitch. And that went over his head to the screen. It's a walk. That'll bring up Charlie Desjardins. Let's see if he tries to move the runner over. Desjardins grounded out his first time up. The Sun Devils scored 3 in the first on Matt Wells' 3-run homer, then 6 more in the second, and are in command with a chance to take on the Eaton Reds coming up on Friday from Greeley. Sizable lead at first, a stretch, and Coe delivers, and the fastball is down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. On deck is Yoshida. Big lead at first, the pitch. That's a strike right there on the inner half at the knees. And the count levels at 1-1. Got the most comprehensive news, sports, and opinion for the South Platte Sentinel at southplattesentinel.com. Throw back to first, back in diving is Bremer. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, nobody out. Bottom of the third, the Sun Devils lead the Bee Diggers 9-0. Huge lead for Bremer. The pitch swung on and grounded as short. Charging is Hirschfeld. He'll flip to second for 1. Cox to first, and that'll be in time. It's a 6-4-3. Scooped out by Williams, and there's 2 down. So the Bee Diggers execute defensively, and there's 2 down for Yoshida, who grounded to second. I tell you, Caleb Cox in this game has been very good. He's made a couple of sparkling defensive plays and didn't have the strongest relay there, but it was strong enough. Swung on and popped up into right center field. Ryan Fergus coming in, still coming, and he makes the catch, and the inning is over. No runs for Ken Denver, and they leave the bases empty. Let's head to the fourth. It's Ken Denver 9, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Bee Diggers go around the order for the second time here with Matt Coe, B.J. Hirschfeld, and baby Matos Garcia against Noah Van Sickle. He's allowed just 1 hit. It was to Coe to lead off the game. The right-hander shakes off a sign, accepts the second, and the breaky ball is in there for a strike. On the inner half, thigh high, it's 0-1. And Van Sickle hasn't thrown too many pitches either, only 30. The offering. Fastball is upstairs, and the count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike. The Sun Devils have played power baseball today with 3 home runs. All to right center field. 1-1 pitch. Curveball is swung on, grounded to first. A big hop there for Wells. He'll step on the bag for the out. Here's Hirschfeld. BJ grounded into a 4-6-3 double play. His first time up. Here's the wind and pitch. Curveball is there for a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. And Van Sickle is in total command in this game. He's retired 9 in a row. And the offering. Swung on. That ball is driven into left field, way back there, and that ball is up against the fence. BJ's around first. He's into second with a 1-out double. That's Brush's second hit of the game against Noah Van Sickle. And BJ hit that one extremely well. Drilled that baseball. Here's Baby. Matos Garcia popped up his first time out. And the Beat Diggers are certainly not going to quit this game. They're very aggressive against this pitcher. Even Matt Coe got a good swing. Unfortunately, bounced it right to the first baseman, the stretch. And the offering. Fastball down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Especially with the man at second and the man at the plate. Both were starters on last year's state runner-up team. 1 ball, no strikes. Baby awaits the pitch. And he swings and pops it up into foul territory. The first baseman, Wells, is going to run out of room. It's out of play. And the count levels at 1-1. Accidents and illness can strike at any time, day and night, when they do. Every second counts. As a Level 3 Trauma Center, Colorado Plains Medical Center is ready to handle any type of emergency. That's Colorado Plains Medical Center. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. 9-0 Ken Denver in the visiting half of the fourth. The pitch and the breaking ball bounces in, blocked by Evans. Couldn't find it, but BJ remains at second. Even if he doesn't advance, no big deal. When you're down by 9, you got to be pretty conservative on the bases. 2 balls and 1 strike to Baby Matos Garcia. The stretch. And the pitch. Fastball, a strike at the knees. 2-2. Van Sickle landscaping the hill a bit. Looks back at second. And the offering. Curveball swung on and missed. It's in the dirt. Evans will throw to first to retire Matos Garcia. And there's 2 down. Yeah, Baby was definitely not looking. Breaking ball there as he strikes out. And that'll send up Aaron Williams, who grounded to short in his first plate appearance. Van Sickle just picked up his 3rd strikeout of the game. So here's A-Will. All right, Van Sickle looks in. And he looks back, and the offering. And the curveball is right there for a strike, thigh high in the outer half. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to the senior first baseman for Brush, Aaron Williams. Hirschfeld leads off of second. And Van Sickle comes home. Fastball is on the outside corner. It's 0-2. I'm telling you. Based on Williams' reaction, that looks like a pitcher strike zone. It's got to be. Because he's had that more than once, and he's not the only hitter who's reacted that way either. It says 1-1 on the board. I've got 0-2. The offering. Curveball swung on and missed. And they'll throw it through to first. The ball was in the dirt, and that records a strikeout. 2 in the inning for Aaron Van Sickle. Noah Van Sickle, excuse me. Let's head to the bottom of the fourth. The Beat Diggers get a hit, but they strand the runner at second. It's Ken Denver 9. Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. We move to the bottom of the fourth inning in Englewood, and Ken Denver's got a 9-0 lead on Brush as Noah Van Sickle has limited Brush to 2 hits. A single from Matt Coe and a double by B.J. Hirschfeld. And Will McKissick has walked and homered. And he'll lead off the fourth for the Sun Devils against right-hander Matt Coe, who did not allow a run in the third inning, coming in for Jaron Peterson. All right, Coe gets the sign and the pitch. Fastball lined on 1 hop off the shortstop. Hirschfeld picks it up and throws to first, and that's going to be late. Ball was hit extremely hard at short on 1 hop, and a tough call from here. We'll score a base hit on a ball that was hit extremely hard. Yeah, that could go either way. Here's Rob Casey, who popped out and tripled. McKissick's been on base 3 times. Throw back to first, back in diving is McKissick. If this team plays like this again, if they win this game, they play like this against Eaton. They got a shot to beat Eaton. The pitch. Fastball is a strike on the inside corner, thigh high. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Rob Casey. 2-step lead at first for McKissick, and the pitch. And the breaking ball is a strike as well on the outside corner. It's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Stretch by Coe, the pitch. Swung on. That ball is fouled back and off to the right. Count remains at 0-2. 9-0. Ken Denver. They've got as many hits as they do runs. McKissick with a 2-step lead. Throw back to first, back in standing. And Matt Wells got it all started with that 3-run homer in the bottom of the first inning. Throw back to first and off the glove of Williams. Back in diving that time was McKissick. No balls and 2 strikes on Casey. The stretch by Coe. And a pitch. And the curveball swung on, grounded right side for a base hit as Caleb Cox was cheating towards the bag. And to third is McKissick. The throw's going to go all the way through for some reason. It skips by Mounts. Here's McKissick to the plate. He's going to score. Casey to third, the throw, the tag, and he's going to be out. Casey's going to be tagged out by Coe. But Ken Denver's taking a 10-0 lead. So that mess will be it'll turn into a single. No RBI. The error is going to be committed out there by Fergus on the bad throw. And that's what allowed the run to score. And then out at third was the hitter Casey, the pitch. And the bender's in the dirt. One ball and no strikes. Van Sickles singled twice. And the offering. Fastball is a little bit high. 2 balls and no strikes. Excellent job of Matt Coe getting over to third base, realizing the play was to be made over there, and he was able to make the tag. And the 2-0. Fastball is right there for a strike at the knees. Count goes to 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Wine and pitch. And that bounces away. Took something off at 3-1. Well, the Sun Devils have scored in every inning but the third. It is 3-1 to Van Sickle. The offering up and in. It's a walk. And here's Matt Wells. A 3-run homer and an intentional walk. And I don't know how tall he is. He's got to be, I'm looking here at about 6'8" or something, 6'7". He's tall, man. Real tall. I have a courtesy runner at first as well for Ken Denver. That's Zach Holtz. Throw back to first. He was leaning a bit, but Holtz back in diving. Here's the stretch by Coe and the pitch, and he bounces that one and blocked by Baby. 1 ball and no strikes. Now the Bee Diggers have to score in the 5th inning to extend the game. The offering. Curveball is up and away. 2 balls and no strikes. To Matt Wells. The man on deck homered. The man who just scored homered. That's the type of game it's been for the Sun Devils. 2-0 pitch. Swung on and grounded right back to Coe. To second for 1. Hirschfeld to first. Call it 2. 1-6-3. And the inning is over. Ken Denver, though, scratches across a run on 2 hits. A Bee Digger error, nobody left. Let's head to the 5th. In the 3A district title game, it's Ken Denver 10, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's head to the 5th inning. The Bee Diggers need a run to extend the game. It's 10-0 Kent Denver. Here's Ryan Fergus, who struck out his first time up against Noah Van Sickle, who's got 4 strikeouts. And the pitch is a fastball for a strike down the middle. They'll tie. It's 0-1. Wind and the pitch. And the bender's in the dirt, blocked by Evans. Count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike. Only 44 pitches thrown by Van Sickle. Here's the wind and offering. And the curveball is taken for a strike on the inside corner. Knee high. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Bee Diggers have 2 hits in the game. Here's the wind and pitch. Fastball is up and away. That levels the count at 2-2. Willow Coffee, Tea, and Smoothies and G Sweets Bakery. Open 6 days a week, 921 Edison Street in Brush. A breakfast bowl or delicious breakfast burrito. Swinging a foul to the screen on a breaking ball. Good job of staying alive by Fergus, who got a piece of the baseball. Remains at 2-2. And Van Sickle comes home. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball. Fergus strikes out. And there's 1 down. That is strikeout number 5 for Noah Van Sickle. And here's Peterson, who struck out swinging his first time up. Wind and pitch. Fastball is upstairs. We've only played an hour and 3 minutes, and this game could be over in the next 2 or 3 minutes. Wind and offering. That's upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes on pitch number 50 thrown by Van Sickle. If the Bee Diggers can scratch across a run, we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. And the 2-0, and that's in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0 to Jaron Peterson. Van Sickle delivers, and that's right there for a strike on the inner half. It's 3-1. Three balls and 1 strike. And the offering, and that's upstairs, and Peterson walks. Third base runner for the Bee Diggers. The first 2 were via the hit. And there's T-Money. There's Trent Mount. Mount lined to right in his first at bat. Now let's see how conservative the Bee Diggers or aggressive they are on the bases, because it's basically 1 at a time here. You can't be too crazy. Peterson's got a nice lead at first. Stretched by Van Sickle. And the pitch. And that is a fastball in the outside corner for a strike. Exactly a 2-to-1 strike-to-ball ratio for Van Sickle. 36 strikes at 18 balls. 3-step lead for the junior. Jaron Peterson, throw back to first and back in standing. The Bee Diggers have turned 2 double plays in this game. Kent Denver's turned 1. And the 0-1. Swung on and fouled to the backstop on a fastball. It's 0-2. Man, Mount was on top of that one, just got a little bit underneath it. No balls and 2 strikes to third baseman Trent Mount. Van Sickle gets the sign from Evans. Throw back to first, and the ball is off the glove of Wells down the right field line. Going to be chased down there by Yoshida. Peterson to second. Well, that'll be an error on the pitcher. Van Sickle on the errant throw. Now the Bee Diggers have a legitimate shot here to score a run and to extend it to the bottom of the 5th inning. No balls and 2 strikes on Trent Mount. Stretch by Van Sickle. And the pitch. Swung on and grounded slowly to short. Fielded over there by Casey. Throw to first for the out. Holding up at second was Peterson. There's 2 down. And the Bee Diggers are down to their last out unless they can score a run. I think we're going to have a pinch hitter perhaps here. Yeah. This will be a senior and Noah Reed hitting in this spot for Caleb Cox. So Reed will take his swing here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning with the Bee Diggers down 10-0. All right, so Van Sickle toes the rubber. Peterson off of second. Stretch by Van Sickle. And the pitch. Fastball is a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Ken Denver scored 3 in the first, 6 more in the second, a run in the 4th. No balls and 1 strike. And the offering. Curveball. He waved at it. He did. The ball gets away. And Evans can't find it. Skips to the screen. Here comes Peterson to the plate. Peterson's going to score. Peterson's going to score as he tripped over the plate. And hopefully he's okay, but it's a 10-1 game. Did he trip over a bat? And Peterson's favoring that left leg, that left knee. I don't know if there was a bat in the way or something. I don't think so. And let's see if Peterson's okay. He's writhing in pain. A run does score. And it's 0-2, and it's now 10-1. Peterson scored on a 2-base wild pitch, but he's in pain down there. As looked like he just tripped over something. And they're attending to him right now. It'll be 0-2 on Noah Reed. We will play the bottom of the 5th inning, as the Bee Diggers have scratched across the run. And all right, let's take an extended break here while they attend to Jaron Peterson. It's 10-1 in the top of the 5th inning. Ken Denver with a lead. And we'll take a 3-minute break on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. All right, Jaron Peterson walked off under his own power. 0-2 pitch to Reed. Breaking ball is up and in. It's 10-1 Ken Denver, so we'll head to the bottom of the 5th here after this final out is made. As it was a 2-base wild pitch. Evans never saw the ball. It was pinned up against the backstop, the pitch. And that is a called strike 3 and a fastball in the outer half, and Reed strikes out. And that does it for the Bee Diggers here in the 5th inning. But they do score the run. No hits, 1 error, and nobody left. Let's head to the bottom of the 5th. Ken Denver's 1 run away from ending this in 5 innings as Brush trails 10-1 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Brush trails Ken Denver 10-1, but give the Bee Diggers credit. They fought back and extended the game. They didn't give up. But now they have to neutralize this Ken Denver offense, which has been potent throughout the course of the entire game. Parker Evans is popped out and homered. And his home run was a 3-run shot that blew the game wide open. Wind and pitch. Ball bounces in to Baby. 1 ball and no strikes. Ken Denver's homered 3 times in a game. Matt Wells with a 3-run homer in the first. The pitch. Swung on and lined foul down the left side. Count levels at 1-1. One and one to Parker Evans. Righty against lefty. And the pitch. Swung on. That ball is lifted into shallow left center field. The shortstop Hirschfeld is out. Griffith comes in. He's got to play it on a hop. It's a base hit. Yeah, that was just hitting the perfect spot. And the base hit for Ken Denver is their 11th of the game. That'll set up David Feldman, who singled and struck out of a courtesy runner at first, and that's Luke Wilson. And let's see, we have a visit to the hill. pitching change here. There is some activity in the bullpen that I can, at least I'm not seeing, but I can hear something happening in the bullpen up the left side. Yeah, I think just buying time here, but I'm going to keep Coe in the game. Apparently whoever's warming up is not ready as of yet. Wonder if that's Raymond Miller because he's a senior. He's yet to see action in this game. Just venturing a guess. So here's Feldman, who singled and struck out looking. Throw back to first, and back in diving is Wilson. Coe has still got 2 years after this. He's only a sophomore. Here's the stretch and a pitch. And the breaking ball is a beauty right there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ken Denver's in control, leading Brush 10-1. And the offering. Fastball is upstairs. Count levels at 1-1. Go back to first. Back in diving is Wilson. One ball, 1 strike, the offering. Curveball is right there for a strike on the outer half of the knees. It's 1-2. The Beat Diggers have their 1 run on just 2 hits, and they didn't need a hit to score that run. The pitch. Swing and a miss and a bender down and away. It's a strikeout of Feldman. Nice job by Matt Coe. There's 1 down. Here's Jeffrey Bremer, who singled and walked, and now let's see if we're going to have a pitching change. Yeah, we might have a change here. Yep. Brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. Home, auto, life, and health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. 842-4555 will walk you through the insurance process. I think they want to. That's my guess. Yep, and actually Miller's going to go into left field to save Jaron Peterson's left knee, which was injured when he scored. So that's not a pitching change, just a defensive change. A positional change. So Matt Coe remains on the mound. And there's Jeffrey Bremer. Bee Diggers were down to their final out when Jaron Peterson scored on a 2-base wild pitch just to extend the game. Pitch is up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Bremer has singled and walked. He's officially 1 for 1. Here's the stretch and pitch, and that's the same location. Same pitch, 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes to Bremer. Wilson at first. Throw back to first, back in diving is Wilson. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, 1 on. 10-1, Ken Denver. The pitch. Foul to the screen. Well, with a fastball down the middle, it's 2-1. I don't think Ken Denver is going to be taking off here with a 9-run lead. The pitch, scoring to bunt, and bounces away. On the wild pitch, Wilson is second. Well, a base hit could win the game here for Ken Denver, could end the game. With Charlie Desjardins on deck. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitch. And the curveball's in the dirt. Yeah, that's a walk. To Bremer. Here's Desjardins, who is grounded to second and grounded to short. So Desjardins in the box right now. I'm sure Noah Van Sickle would like to stay in that dugout and not take the mound again. Here's the stretch by Coe. And the pitch. Fastball's a strike. On the inner half at the knees, it's 0-1. Runners take their leads. And the offering. Well, it took something off it. It's right there. It's 0-2. Thigh high down the middle. No balls and 2 strikes. The Bee Diggers have to hold Ken Denver scoreless to extend it to the 6th inning. Coe looks back. And the pitch swung on and popped up down the third base side. And let's see if that ball's going to be caught. Nope, it's going to be fouled out of play. Just couldn't see it from this angle. Remains at 0-2. Bee Diggers want to play as much baseball as they can today. They've gone the maximum number of games. How about the maximum number of innings? Swung on and missed, and a breaking ball away. Second strikeout of the inning for Matt Coe as Desjardins goes down. Here's Alex Yoshida, who's grounded out and popped out. He is 0 for 2. Coe stretches. Coe delivers. Swung on and fouled off to the right. A late swing. No balls and 1 strike. Wilson off of second. Bremer off of first. And the 0-1. And the curveball is up and away. You can get Yoshida out. It'll be a good thing because McKissick's on deck. Guy's too good. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. And that is a little bit outside. Must have just missed. 2-1. And I didn't miss by much. Runners take their leads. Coe out of the stretch. Ball 2, strike 1. Coe looks back. And the pitch, very high. Well, here we go, 3-1. If you walk him, you get to McKissick, then it's just 1 batter for the entire game. That's either the final hitter or you go to the 6th inning. 3-1 pitch. That is upstairs, and he walks just above the strike zone. McKissick has walked, homered, and singled. And the bases are loaded for the leadoff hitter in this lineup. Simple as that. And McKissick, well, he doesn't even have to reach. If a wild pitch is thrown, the game is over. Matco out of the windup with the bases full of Sun Devils. And the offering. And that is a curveball for a strike on the outer half. And it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. At third is Wilson. Bremer at second. Yoshida at first. 0-1 offering. And that one's off the glove of Matos Garcia. Here comes Wilson to the plate. He slides and he's in there. And Ken Denver on the wild pitch has won the game 11-1. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll wrap it up after this on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Bee Digger post-game show is brought to you by Mr. D's Ace Home Center with 3 locations to serve you better. Sterling Brush and Fort Morgan, your headquarters for all your home, farm, and ranch supplies from plumbing to feed. Mr. D's Ace Home Center. Ken Denver ends Brush's season 11-1 in 5 innings. 11 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, 2 left on base for Ken Denver. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error left on base for Brush. The winning pitcher was Noah Van Sickle going the distance. The loss went to Jaron Peterson. Time of the game, 1 hour and 22 minutes, and Ken Denver got off to a great start. Matt Wells had a 3-run homer in the first inning, and then they exploded in the second inning with 6 more runs. A solo homer by Will McKissick, a 3-run shot by Parker Evans. Bee Diggers finally got a run back in the top of the 5th inning when Jaron Peterson scored in a 2-base wild pitch. But in a wild pitch by Matt Coe in the bottom of the 5th inning, Luke Wilson scored, and that was it. As Ken Denver improves to 13-7, they'll take on Eaton coming up on Friday in the 18th double elimination state tournament. Bee Diggers are done with a 12-8 record, but a fine 2015-2016 season. Congratulations to all the Bee Diggers and especially the seniors. They had some excellent seniors on this team, including Aaron Williams and B.J. Hirschfeld, Baby Matos Garcia. And those were 3 of the starters. Noah Reed, another senior as well. And certainly a fine season for the Bee Diggers in going 12-8. And I want to make sure I recognize everybody here with the Bee Diggers. But a tremendous game today for Brush in beating Buena Vista by a score of 13-5. And again, congratulations to Brush. And we'll be talking to you once again for the 2016 high school football season. Sound engineer and producer of Brush Beat Digger Baseball has been Rose Condas. I'm John Beltran. The Beat Diggers win the district semifinal over Buena Vista 13-5, but lose to Ken Denver in 5 innings by a score of 11-1 right here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.